We're live. This is the Fitness Business University podcast. This is Tom Langton. I'm here with the Vince Gabriele. Say hello, Vince.
Hey, Tom.
What's going on, man?
Oh, I just feel awful.
Because?
Because I made you go to work today.
What does that mean, you made me go to work?
Because you sound freaking awful.
I feel like I don't sound bad at all.
Oh, well, I think if we did a poll right now, people would be like, dude, Tom should have stayed home today.
I'm not sick. I'm losing my voice. That's all. There's no pain. My voice feels great. I'm sorry I sound a little scratchy. I apologize to the audience. I'm sorry that it offends you, Vince.
Not only do you sound like Tony Robbins, which I do agree with, but you have paper thin vocal cords like Tony Robbins too. So it must be something like if
I sound like him, obviously my vocal cords are probably similar to his.
Yeah.
Yes, you kind of.
Yeah, they're all.
You said the same thing twice.
They're all afraid.
Twice. All right. Anyway.
Hopefully.
My voice is fine. I apologize to the audience.
Good at copywriting.
If my voice offends you, I apologize.
No, it doesn't offend me. I just wish you would have stayed home. You should have been like, hey, I can't make it.
There's no need. I'm a
couch
gamer.
on, soup on the couch.
That's what you would have been doing. You would be at home right now being spoon-fed. So I'm here. I'm ready to go. We're also, we're being filmed for YouTube. So if anybody's watching and wanted to
You broke the rule. You looked at the camera.
I pointed to the camera and looked.
Yeah, you broke the rule.
Broke the fourth wall.
Yeah.
You didn't even know what that was until about a week ago. And my man Sharpie's here. Now, I get your opinion. So, I guess it's considered a throwback shirt. Sharpie's wearing a Larry Johnson 1991 Grandmama Charlotte Hornet shirt. But Sharpie was born in 1992. I guess he said he's a fan, though. What do you think?
He's a Knicks fan. Oh, actually, he played for the Knicks for a long time.
LJ did, yeah. I guess it's like a throwback. It'd be like you wearing a... I don't know, you're pretty old. Well, I was going to say Dr. J, but you were alive for Dr. J.
So I was talking to, when I was a performer, I was talking to Boyle and Poirier.
Yeah.
Right before I went on, and I told them about one of my slides was from the movie Glenn Ross.
Yeah.
And they're like, you don't have a shot of anyone remembering, ever watching that movie. So.
Obscure. That's the one thing we talked about before is like obscure movie references.
Yeah, the young kids don't know.
Don't even get them. Even the classic ones, like if you drop a Goodfellas line on somebody,
yeah,
they don't get it. But I like the shirt Sharpie, Grandmama. All right, anyway, let's get.
You broke the fourth wall again.
No, I was talking to Sharpie. I wasn't looking at the camera.
Third time.
Let's get to the episode here. So today, we've been a lot of questions about the mentorship. We talked about the mentorship, what it is. People have been sending in questions. So we just figured we'd do an episode and kind of break down what's going to happen at the GFP mentorship. Before we get into it, here's the question I have for you. I guess this is in general from an education standpoint. Why is a live event? Why do we do a live event? We have a podcast, you have your blog. Basically, it seems like a lot of the information that people can get, we can get online. In an interactive world, that seems to be where everything's going. So why do you still do a live event? Why is this important?
It's rare that I've heard anyone, whose life has been changed from, a digital online course.
Yeah.
It's rare because it's like you're just extracting information. But I have heard many times people say my life has been changed by going to an event or going to a seminar. Even if you look at like events like like I remember, like I have memories of going into Knick games with my dad, and those were events that happened in my life that were like I will never forget those times.
Yeah.
Never forget those times. So I think that there's something about live events that cause breakthroughs and magic moments and things that can really provide transformation, if you will. So my big one for me was when I went to my first Perform Better seminar 13 years ago. And I saw Tom Plummer speak, Mike Boyle, Greg Cook, all these like legends. And I'm like there, I was like 2 years into being a trainer. And I was just like in awe of like what these guys knew and how well they presented on stage. And that was like a game-changing moment for me. I was like, one, I love the fitness industry. This is where I want to be. And two, I was like, I want to be on that stage someday. I want to do what they're doing. And that was like a shift for me. That was like what probably, because when you get into it, you're like, you're not sure if this is what you really want to do as a trainer, but sometimes there's these moments that like, okay, yeah, this is it. Because I realize I can make it as a business owner and I can have a successful career as a trainer if I'm following these kind of experts, if you will. So that was it for me.
But let me ask you this: so you found it different. So, I mean, hearing a guy like Mike Boyle speak in person, as opposed to just, I mean, because he has, if you Google Mike Boyle strength coach, you can pretty much find everything online that's his, right? But you find there's a big difference between hearing him talk and being in that presence for an hour as opposed to the reading of it.
Well, here's the thing, and this is where a lot of people mess up. A lot of people mess up when you go to like live events like that. They feel like the presenters are like these untouchable humans, and they're not. Like Mike Boyle is a guy. Like he's a famous guy, but he's just a guy. And so one of the things that I always did in these types of things was I created relationships with a guy like Boyle, with a guy like Plummer. And I think the live events allow you to create that personal connection and relationship with the people that may be presenting. And I think that's the type of thing that can take you a long way. You're right, your information is information. It's like you can go online and go buy functional strength coach and things like that and get the information. But a lot of times the relationship is what can create the breakthrough. It's the email follow-up and the thing that he might say, the brilliant thing he might say to you after you thanked him for going. So it's like, it's a lot that happens from being live.
All right, so let's take that into the GFP mentorship. So why should someone come to Gabriele Fitness? What is the date of the next mentorship?
Yeah, it's October 20th and 21st, I believe. It's a Saturday, Sunday in October. And this is strictly for gym owners, so it's not for trainers. It's strictly for gym owners. And it's all business development.
What if I'm a trainer that wants to start my own? I'm not a business owner, but I want to start my own gym.
I've had people like that come. It's possible you'll learn a lot, and I think that'll be a great thing for you. It's best for people that do currently own gyms. But that being said, if someone wanted to come, it will give them a pretty good blueprint on where to go and how to start. But basically the GFP mentorship it's for gym owners, and it's helping gym owners become better business owners. That's like the whole mantra of Fitness Business University, that we're going to spend a weekend with you and teach you how to be a better gym owner. By teaching you all the things that we have learned over the years, over almost 11 years of doing this, but also showing you, right? Because a lot of people out there are telling you what to do.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of people that can show you what to do. And we will show you. We will show you that what we say over the weekend is exactly what happens, because we will tell you and then we will show you. We will tell you and then we will show you that this is actually what happens. And that's, I think, the powerful thing of a live event for something like this, is you'll learn marketing and sales and customer retention strategies and all that, but then you'll actually see it unfold in front of your eyes. And I think that's the magic of the mentorship.
So it's not, what it's not before we dive deeper, it's not a training seminar. We're not going to be talking about how we teach them how to squat, how we teach technique.
Nope.
So there's
many more people better than that than us, and we have focused on helping people grow a business and make more money.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this then. I can go back and listen to however many episodes of the podcast that we have. I can read your blog where you talk about marketing, where you talk about sales and stuff like that. So what is the benefit of me as a gym owner coming to see you in person? And it's kind of what you talked about. Get a little more specific with it. The in-person interaction, that's going to be different information. Is it going to be different information than what we talked about?
A lot of the information will be different. There will be some new things. I do hold back a lot of things and save it for the mentorship. But there's little things like that you can walk through our gym. And it's funny, like a lot of guys have these, you see these light bulbs come off when they're on a break, and they're in the hallway, and they're walking to the hallway to go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden they see a huge row of pictures of our members.
Yeah.
And that's okay, there's pictures of our members, action shots of them working out. That's a thing. I didn't teach that in the seminar, but it's a thing. They just saw it. When they walked in, they saw how we have our clothing outlined, and they saw the type of welcoming environment that we created in our front area. That's a thing that you see that's not really taught. That would be boring for us to teach that on a podcast or in a blog post, but it's when you come into an event and you see it firsthand, you're like, oh yes, I see this, I feel this is something I want to go back and implement. So there's a lot of things. It's not just the information that we're going to be teaching. There's obviously presentations, that we'll all be presenting on, like marketing and sales and building a team. But it's the things that we have in the gym and seeing our trainers too interact with our clients.
So hold on. So if you're going to the mentorship, you're going to be able to jump in sessions or see sessions. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so we don't start we do this on purpose. We don't start the mentorship till 10:30. Well, that's like kind of weird, right? But we invite everyone that signs up for the mentorship to come at around 8 or 9 o'clock, so they can see and it's funny too because we have usually 20 people training in small group personal training with 4 or 5 coaches, and then we'll have 24 people on the other side. But then there'll be 30 gym owners scattered around watching everything and fervently taking notes. It's actually a really cool sight to see. But yes, live, we do not change a thing. There's no show that happens. There's no, hey guys, we got gym owners coming, we got to make sure we're on best behavior. That doesn't happen. We just it's a Saturday for us. And you go watch our Saturday sessions, and that's what happens. And what you see is what happens every Saturday, even if there weren't 30 gym owners.
So why is it important to see that? If you said it's not a training seminar, why is it important to see?
I think for a couple reasons. Because I think that sometimes you just, and I'm sure a lot of people that are going to come to the mentorship are probably already doing a good job, but they might not be sure that if they are. And sometimes seeing another facility that's had success, they're like, oh yeah, we do stuff like that. Oh yeah. All right, not every one of their people are in great shape. Oh yeah. That lady's knee went in on a rep, and then the trainer came over and corrected. Not everything's perfect. So I think just the certainty of seeing something else, and one, it's not to overwhelm people, but a lot of times it's just to inspire people of what could be. A lot of people get inspired of how many people we have.
Yeah.
How many people? I had a guy come in the other day, and he was it was 10 o'clock, and the gym was jammed. And he's like, man, this is unbelievable. It's there's no one in my gym right now. So I think that there's an inspiration part of it, and then there's this part of it that, hey, you're doing pretty good. You're doing a good job. So because it's not rocket science, right? We don't have this magic program. We do lunges and split squats and presses and all stuff like that everyone else does.
But one thing we have spent time on is the small group model.
Yes.
And we've kind of, we've adapted and turned into kind of our own unique thing. But so talk about that. Why that's something that we have spent time on the podcast. We're going to teach in the thing. So it's not necessarily coaching our clients, but it's how we organize the sessions and things like that. So
that's a big one, and obviously that's the presentation that you have. But teaching people, because I do think that it ties into business and making money, because it's just a better way to run a fitness business when you can charge 4 people $50 and make $200 an hour versus charging one person $100. It's just a completely superior model to one-on-one training, unless you can charge $500 an hour. So but I do think a lot of people mess it up. So we and I know we've unpacked this in previous podcasts, but I think that seeing you live is pretty special.
But I think seeing it naturally, it's about, you can ask a million questions, but until you actually see trainers doing it, it's a different animal too. So I think that vision of, and actually seeing the gym where we do it, once you see it, kind of makes sense.
Even where we outline the equipment, I had this same guy that I was talking about before. He came in and he was like, well, why is there 4 sets of dumbbells?
Yeah.
And it boggled his mind for a second. And so because the gym's set up in 4 mini gyms. So even seeing how our gym is set up to efficiently train safely and effectively many people, which turns into money in the bottom line.
Yeah.
Right? So all of a sudden if you just have crap everywhere, and it's yeah, you go here, like we used to do.
Yep.
Right? It's not an efficient system. An inefficient system is not going to make a business more money.
Gotcha. All right, so let's talk about other things that you're going to talk about. One is the sweepstakes.
Yeah.
So break that down. That's something that.
Well, I can't tell too much of it because this is kind of something I promised not to share too much about.
But you're going to break it down
at the mentorship. I'll break it down. But the sweepstakes is basically it's the most successful marketing event that we've ever done in the history of our company. It created something called the Oprah moment, and for GFP. And the Oprah moment is basically the moment of time when all of a sudden you have a flood of people interested in what you're doing and saying, what the hell is going on down the street at Gabriele Fitness? So that's what I'm going to unpack.
And you're going to show them how they can take that and put that in their own gym?
Yeah, I'm going to pretty much teach them how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like worth the whole price of the seminar right there. If you could take this whole sweepstakes setup, and if you can implement it in your business and be successful with it, you'll quadruple the money and the investment for the mentorship.
All right. It's a whole weekend of you just talking.
Of course.
Are you the only one? Are you the only one presenting?
No, I'll be presenting. You'll be presenting the Big Tom Show, and we will have our marketing guy Mike Salvietti will be presenting. Our head trainer Matthew Carbone will be kind of showing us how to do a small group. So,
but the rest of the GFP team will be there, like pick their brain and kind of get an idea.
Yeah, the team, they kind of sit on the side, and it's funny, like they're answering a lot of questions on the break for that, and then we'll probably invite some of our mastermind members to sit in this.
Honestly, I think sometimes people ask you questions, and there's a lot of stuff that you don't do in the business. A lot of stuff that you don't do. So you can talk about the system. But I think having the team and being able to talk to Karen, who runs our front end operations, right? Being able to talk to her, actually, how do you follow up with a lead? How does that conversation go? How does the software work? Whatever, because people want to get a little more specific with stuff.
Yeah.
And with technology, or even like talking to Sharpie about how all the technology things work, right? Because people want to know that stuff, and you
it's
don't have
funny
answers.
How many questions we get at the mentorship on the breaks. About the admin stuff, about what do I have my front desk person do? What should they be doing? And honestly, like I'm so far removed from that I was like, oh yeah, Karen's over there. Go talk to Karen. So yeah, you're right. That is it's very helpful.
It's important. I think sometimes when we do these podcasts, like you said, we can gloss over a lot of like the system. Here's how you set it up. You follow up with the leads this way. But then people want to get more specific with it, and those are the people that you can talk to.
Yeah.
All right. What else? What else can I think? What's the big takeaway that you've heard people that have been at the mentorship?
I mean, I think that there's a lot of people that come to the mentorship that are struggling to generate leads. I do feel like there's a lot of probably one of the biggest problems is marketing. They don't know how to market. They don't know how to generate leads, and there's not this inflow. More people are better at retention than they are at marketing, right? So you got a gym. The guy loves what he's doing, he's passionate, he loves it, and people are psyched to be there all the time, so they stay, right? So most people, I rarely get a call back, I am a leaking bucket. Like I am losing 20 people a month. I have gotten that call recently, actually. But it's rare. Most of the time it's like, I need new members. I need to get new members. So we will spend a lot of time unpacking marketing.
Okay.
I will be doing a presentation, I'm not going to give it away, but I will be doing a presentation on the building blocks of marketing. What you need to understand as a gym owner to be a better marketer. I think people miss the boat in they implement marketing tactics, but never understand why, and never understand the building blocks of marketing, and understanding target market, and understanding how to communicate what makes you different and all things like that. So I think marketing is a big one. Salvietti will be talking specifically about Facebook. Obviously, he's kind of our Facebook ad guy, so he will be talking specifically about Facebook ads. But I really think that people are going to walk away with a much better understanding of marketing, and it's kind of like the difference between giving someone a fish and teaching them to fish.
Okay.
So that's our job, is to teach you how to fish. You will leave with some fish, but our goal is to teach you.
Gotcha. And this is beneficial to every level of gym owner. So I know you talk about, and you'll break it down in the mentorship, but there's different levels of gym owner. There's a one-man shop, and then as you grow, there's different levels. So everybody can benefit from this stuff.
Every level. I've had all different levels. I've had $1 million gyms come to this mentorship, and I've had guys, that are just barely hitting six figures come to the mentorship and all get tons of value. So yes, it's for gym owners on multiple levels. If you're a gym owner and you have 45 gyms and you're grossing $18,000 million a year, then maybe you could teach me a few things.
Yeah. I think one thing, break this down, talk about the customer service, because that's one thing that we pride ourselves on. And you said, maybe we learned a kettlebell swing from somebody else. But one thing I think that we're very, very good at that we can teach people is how we do customer service, how we treat our clients. And people that come to the mentorship are going to experience that firsthand.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, the whole customer experience thing, a lot of times people stop at the front desk.
Yeah.
They think the front desk interaction is the customer service. It's like you answer the phone, that's customer service. Customer service is the entire gym. Customer service is like one of the most important systems in your business. It's, how do your trainers produce really good results in terms of providing good service, to your members. So I think that the way we do it is we teach the entire team how to deliver great service as opposed to just having a department, right? There's no customer service department.
Yep.
The whole gym is the customer service department. So we do have some tricks of the trade and some strategies and systems that we use to help get everyone on board to provide the best customer service experience possible.
All right. So the date of the mentorship again is?
I think it's October 20th and 21st. I just
check the show notes. Click the link. There'll be a link in the show notes to go and sign up and have all the details on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of information on the page because obviously it's a weekend away. So it's an investment. It's away from your gym. You're away from your family. I do have 100% money back guarantee. So if someone comes and by day 2 and if they're leaving and they're on the way back to the airport and they felt like they made a bad decision and that wasn't valuable, I will refund them on the spot.
How many times have you done that?
0.
0 times.
So I don't think anyone's going to. Hopefully.
All right.
Hopefully not.
Awesome. I'm sold, Vince. I'll be there. I will be there October 10th. Hopefully some of the listeners will be as well. Anything else?
No, that's it. The link is in the show notes. The landing page has tons of information about what we're going to unpack. So there's video in there. There's all kinds of stuff. All the accommodations too. We provide lunch both days, and we take everyone out for a round of drinks on Saturday night, which is kind of fun. And but all the stuff like on what hotel, fly into Newark Airport. Do never, ever, ever, ever go to JFK.
What's the hotel we're going to be staying at?
We have a block of rooms at the Best Western in New Providence, New Jersey.
Okay.
But what I was saying, do not fly into JFK. Newark Airport. We're about a 20-minute shot from Newark Airport.
New Jersey, bro. We're Jersey, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Thanks, Vince.
Thanks, Tom.
Have a great day.